Hey guys, Atul from Simplify Python. In this video, I'm going to, take you through the Python installation on Windows. When people are just starting with Python setup, I mean, this is a very easy topic. This is a very easy thing to install Python in your machine. But why I'm making a video for this? Because when people are just starting with Python, I mean, they just want to learn the Python programming language. Sometimes they get confused because there are a number of Python installation options available out there, and most of them are free of cost. So people get confused. I mean, which setup I have to grab. I mean, there's some people say I start with Anaconda, some people say I start with Canopy. I'm not saying that are bad. I mean, they have their own application areas, but if you just want to learn Python, nothing else, you don't want to learn machine learning, you don't want to go into the data science, you don't want to get into the web development initially, so I would suggest to start from here, from the Python official site. What you do, you just log on to this particular website, which is www.python.org, and this is the Python's official website, and the setup that you grab from here is very small in size, also around 25 to 30 MB if I'm right. And what you have to do, since I'm on Windows, so as I go on, hover my mouse on this downloads option, I would see download for Windows option directly here, and I can just click on this option and Python setup will be downloaded. But the problem is, by default, I don't know why the Python community gives us the 32-bit download setup from here. So since if you are 32-bit Windows user, that's great. You can just click on this option and the Python setup will be downloaded for you. But if you are a 64-bit user, as I'm using 64-bit Windows, so you have to go to this submenu. This is the Windows submenu from here. Just go ahead, and as you go to this menu, you will find many options there. So you can download the previous versions of Python also. But since you are if you are a very beginner, I suggest you to download the latest option. So here the two options are recommended. One is this Windows x86 executable installer. This is the same which we get from here, the 32-bit option. And second one is this. So if you are using 32-bit Windows, you can either click here or you can directly download the setup from here. But I am 64-bit Windows user, so I will click on this option, Windows x86 64 executable installer. So I just have to click on this option and the Python setup will be downloaded. Since I have already downloaded the setup, so I'll not download it now. What I'll do, I will just grab this this setup, and since I have already downloaded, so I will just run this particular setup and install Python on my machine. That's it. So I have to go to my download folder where I have downloaded my Python setup, and this is the 64-bit setup. 32-bit setup is also the same. I mean, the installation is not anything different. So I will install this setup in very minimum requirement, with very minimum requirement. When you open your Python setup once, when you double click on them, this kind of window open for you, and here two options are there. One is the install now, second is the customize installation. Since you are beginners, I suggest you to go to install now, but before clicking on this option, there is one checkbox on the bottom, add Python 3.72 path. I recommend checking this option, because what it will do, it will make Python available in our command line. And since you are a beginner, so you will need Python available in your command line a lot, right? And there is one more thing. This is another checkbox here, install launcher for all user. By default, what it will do, this install now option will by default install the Python in your current user directory. As you might already know that in Windows we can create multiple users of our system. The install now option by default install Python in this current user environment, but if we tick this option, it will make Python launcher available for other users as well. I mean, but it will need the administrator privilege. So I'm just unchecking this option. You may check it. So, and what I will do, I will just click on the install now option, and the Python will be installed in my machine automatically. And it might not take a very much time, because it's a very small setup. Is, if you can see here, it's around 25 MB. Yeah, 25 MB exactly in size. So it would not take very much time to install. And other thing is, if you want to install Python for all users, you can either go through the customize installation option, or you can check that particular option, install launcher for all users, which I have unchecked. You can go with that also. If you go with the customize installation option, there will be a number of option which you have to keep in mind, and I'll try to make another video on the customized installation option of Python also. But now in this setup I am using, you see that I didn't have to give the administrator privilege. It does not ask for the administrator permission, yes, no, or anything like that. It is installing Python in very minimal environment. So once the setup is complete, I have to verify 2 or 3 things, that if Python is installed correctly in my machine or not. It will take, I think, 10 seconds or so more, and then our setup will be completed. Let's minimize all other things. And if you are an advanced user, if you want to go with data science and other stuff, you can you just go ahead and download the other Python options. Like you can download the Python from anaconda.com, Anaconda distribution of Python, and I'll try to make videos about that all as well. So you can download your Python setup from here, from this site, anaconda.com. It's also free, but it has a in memory size they are different. The setup which we have downloaded from here was about 25 MB, but if we download the setup from here, if you can see here, the setup is around 633 MB for 64-bit, 510 MB for 32-bit, but I'm not going with them right now. So this is the thing, that Python is installed for me. One thing it is telling me, and you may see or you may not see this option in your machine, I recommend that disable path length limit. Just give the permission. It's not that much necessary to discuss. So just close this. And how will we verify that Python is installed in our machine or not? Go to the start menu and all programs, and find for Python folder here. So MNOP, yeah, you see Python 3.7 folder is there, and here I see 4 options. 2 are important. One is idle, second is Python 3.7 64-bit. So Python is installed. Let's check that Python is available on our command line or not. So open our command line. How we can open? Either through the run dialog box by typing the command cmd, or we can search the cmd from here as well. So I have typed cmd, command prompt is opened here, and what I have to do inside the command line, I have to type command python space _ and version, and hit enter. If this command is working, you see you will get the Python version. If this command is not working, then something is wrong with your setup. You have to you have to troubleshoot your setup or reinstall the Python again. So I think that's all for this video, guys. In this video we have installed Python from the official Python distribution. Yeah, one more thing is that some people will tell you a word that they have CPython installed. CPython. What is CPython? They call the official Python setup. This setup is called the CPython setup because it was originally written in C programming language. That's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and that's all for this video. Thank you so much.